Hi everyone, this is Bidol and I'll explain to you how to use the editor for my project. So in advance, I apologize for my terrible English. As you may hear, I'm French, so I don't speak the language very well. Okay, so let's create a new level and place it where we want by clicking on the screen. All right. Then what we will do first is to create a background. For that, we can go first in Edit Pen and choose the color, the background color with those sliders. Then select the size. I like to take the maximum size to do the initial background color. For example, here I want to do the sky. So after that, I selected the color, you see. I just click on Edit Background, and then you can see these big blue dots. I'll put my mouse in the middle of the screen and just click once. Alright, and now all the screen is blue. You can return to the editor menu, Edit Pen again, select another color, for example some green, reduce the size, return to the editor, and click Edit Background again. Now, if I place my mouse here and click, you can see that it starts to draw kind of line to where my mouse is. So if I click again, you can see that the part where I clicked doesn't move anymore, but the other part still moves. So I can do it again, create the shape I want, and after I'm done, just click on space to stop. Okay? And now I can do the same thing, for example, below. I click, I go where I want, and I click again. And to stop that, I click on space. Okay, so we just did the initial background. Now, if you scroll down, you can see the button Save and Quit. You can click on it, and there is a new level. You already created a new level. If you try to play, you can see that nothing happens because you just draw a background, but the background doesn't interact with Toby. So we'll just return in the editor with the edit button. And now we can add a collider. So there are a few parameters about the collider. Just like the foreground, you can edit the color. For example, if I want the collider to be a bit darker than the background, I can do it. You just can't change the size of the collider. No matter what you put as the size, the collider will still be the same. So there is something else that is important. It's the bounciness. By default, it's 0.8, as you can see, but you can change it from 0 to 3. So if the bounciness is 1, it means that if you drop Toby on the collider, it will bounce at the same height from where it was before. If it's below 1, it will bounce a bit less high. because there are some losses of energy, like in real life. But if you put 0 as bounciness, then it means that the collider kills Toby. So if you want to make an object that kills Toby, you just have to put the bounciness as 0. And if you put a value larger than 1, for example 2, 3, 1.4 or 5, when Toby touches the collider, it will bounce further than it was before. So you can make very bouncy surfaces with that. But from now, we don't want that. We just want a regular collider. So I'll just use the 0.8 value. Then I click on collider and I can do the same thing as the background. Okay. And click space to stop. Great. Well, if I doesn't like what I just did, for example, there is an angle here that I don't like, I can press the Z button to undo the last things that I drew. So I'll remove everything. And with the collider, there is a specific thing that you can do. You can click and hold, and you will be able to draw curvy surfaces. And as soon as you stop, you can see that you can do the same thing as before. To finish, for example, press space again. Now it's better, I think. So now that we just added a collider, we can already kind of play the game. So to finish, we can change Toby's start. So when we click on the button, you can move it. Just click where you want to put Toby at the beginning, for example here. And you can also play stars. So I want the first one to be like here, the second one to be here, and the last one here. Great. Now, if I save and quit, I can try to play. You can see that we bounce on the surface. So that's great. And we can even use, oh no, I just forgot to add ink, so I'll show you how to do it. You can click on ink quantity and use this slider to choose the quantity of ink that the player will be able to use. For example, if I put that value, then the player will be able to draw something as long as this. I show you. Here we go. So, what about adding a few more things? So I'll try to add something that kills Toby, okay? Like, I don't know, lava, for example. I change the color. The color doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want, but I think that red lava is great. Oh, I misclicked. So edit collider. I put it where I want. For example, here. Space. You can see here the bounciness is 0, so it means that it will kill Toby. You can just verify it. Okay, I died. So it works. If I want to add a bouncy surface, I can put like, I don't know, 1.5, change the color. Okay, purple. That's all. More purple, like that. I put it here. So this should be very bouncy. Check it out. Okay, seems to work, doesn't it? Whoa. So let's edit it again. Now I want to add something to the foreground. Oh, misclick. And just go to edit pen to change the color again. Let's add something like yellow. Change the size. Okay, I forgot to tell you something. It's the history here. I call it the color history. Basically, you can use this slider to get all the color you already used in the level. So for example, blue for the background, green for the grass, the other green I used for the collider, the lava, the purple I used for the bouncy surface. And by this way, you don't have to just use the slider and because it's hard. It's hard to get back the same color as before. Anyway, I wanted yellow, so I just get a yellowish color. And I can click on foreground to add what I want to the foreground. I don't know what this is, but this is it. So now, if I quit and play, you can see that this is on the foreground. Just as the background or the collider, you can also undo what you've done. For example, by clicking on the Z. And you can make a purple fence instead. Alright. What else? We've seen what to do with all this. Foreground. Oh yeah, the constraints. So this is used to make non-drawable areas. For example, if I put a constraint here, the players will not be able to draw in this part of the screen. So to place it, you can undo with Z. You can place it by clicking somewhere and dragging the mouse where you want. And once you have the shape you want, you just release the click and it's good. You can see that there is a black rectangle that is not really beautiful. But as soon as you play the game, the rectangle doesn't show up. it's just there to help you while you're making the level. So if I quit and play, you can't see anymore, but you can see that as soon as I go in the zone, the little dot following my mouse disappears, which means that I can draw here. And if I try, it doesn't work. You can see. I'll just remove it because I don't want it now. Yeah, I can also add text. So to add text of a specific color, you choose the color here. Make an orange text. The color is the only thing that matters for the text. The size doesn't matter, nor the bounciness. So you just type whatever you want. Okay, so the text shows up and follows your mouse. So you can place it where you want using the mouse wheel or the up and down arrows of your keyboards. You can change the size of the text. For example, I want it really big, and once it's the size and the place that you want, you just click and it shows up. You can also delete the text by clicking on this button, but I won't do it because I don't want to. So that's it. The two buttons here are particular, so I'll show you this one. It basically allows you to change the position of the level in the menu. For example, if I want to put it further here, I can. And the change order button allows me to change the level number as it states here. So because my project, the project I just made, is considered as a new project because it's pink here, I can't intervert it with the older levels, but I can intervert it with another new level, and I can intervert old levels with another old level. Okay, so because here I only have one new level, I can't really use the change order button for now. As you can see, it doesn't do anything. But if I make a new empty level, for example, I just add a random background. Here we go, and save it. It's the number 17. Oh, the number 17. I just said it in French, sorry. So for now, it's the number 17, and our older level is the 16. But if I edit it and click change order, I can now change to 17 to invert the two levels. So if I click confirm, now you can see that the project I made before is the 17. So that's it. I think I showed you everything. Once you made the level, make sure to remix the project because as soon as you refresh the page, your modification will be lost. So you have to save it before it happens. But while remixing, you can see inside the project you have to click on a block to set yourself as administrator. it unlocks some abilities. For example, once you're administrator, and when you make new levels, you just have to click on the green flag again, and your other levels become new levels. Your new levels become real levels. I mean, sorry. And there are also keyboard shortcuts. For example, if you click on L, it unlocks every level. So it's a kind of cheat, but only for the administrator. So only you will be able to do this in your remix. Don't worry. You can also click on the S button to reset the cloud score. I'll do it. So now, when someone will play the level, it will be the best scores will be reset. So I hope that it helped you, and see you on my project. I hope that you will make a lot of remixes. It will make me very happy. So bye, and thanks for listening.